Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video in my 2025 challenge where I'm trying to photograph 250 species of birds in the state of Massachusetts this year. So I'm at Plum Island down at the southern tip at Sandy Point Reservation, going for a walk along the beach here. It's very low tide, about as low as I've ever seen it. Water's receded all the way out past all of these rocks here on the shore. And it's also foggy today, making it a little difficult to see the birds out far in the water. So if I do see anything good today, I'll be sure to show you. But the purpose of this video is actually to do some catch up on species that I've seen in various locations around Massachusetts, not at Plum Island mostly, over the past weeks and even months, to catch up the list a little bit. So let's jump into that. The first bird I'd like to show you is one that I saw way back in late April, and that is great horned owl. Actually, this little family of great horned owls, that's the adult mother on the right, and the other ones are chicks, which have not fledged yet. And that's why I haven't showed them until now. They did request that nobody put them on social media or publish the location of the birds until they had fledged. So at this point in July, they are long fledged and not at that location anymore. So this was at the Arnold Arboretum. Nice location right in Boston, and not a place I visit all that often, but I do really enjoy it when I do visit there. So great horned owls, good one to get on the list. And we did see the father as well. He was in another tree nearby, so saw the whole family there, and that was kind of a treat. Okay, there's a little piping plover walking along the beach right next to me here, so that's kind of nice. They are nesting here on the beach, and there's a whole protected area set off where people can't walk and everything. So they seem to be doing well. Year after year, we see lots of breeding pairs, lots of chicks in the middle of the summer. All right, getting back to the new birds, the next bird to show you is a Cerulean Warbler. And I was very happy to see this one because it is a Massachusetts state lifer for me, one I've never seen in Massachusetts before. This is a bird that breeds in far western Massachusetts, so if you want to make a 2.5-hour drive from Boston, you can get out there and see them. I didn't do that this spring, so I was a little lazy about making that long drive. So I was very happy when one showed up in eastern Massachusetts, something that was more like half an hour from my house. And I don't know if it's breeding at this location, but it did stick around at this spot in Raleigh, Massachusetts for quite a while. And I went out there early in the morning at this place where there's a bridge over the river, and you just get out of your car and it was singing. So it was pretty easy to locate the bird, not so easy to photograph the bird. The light was very low, and so I didn't really get good shots, but these are fine to count, and very beautiful bird. And the next bird after that is a YellowCrowned night heron. And this one showed up at my home patch, Horn Pond, which is of course just 5 minutes from my house. And so this has become a little bit regular there at Horn Pond. We've seen them now 3 or 4 times in the last 5 years. And considering that this is a rather rare bird in Massachusetts and it's usually near the coast, that's kind of notable. So this one actually stuck around for a while. It's one of those ones where I raced over to see it the first day and got it in kind of low light at the end of the day. I was really happy to get it, and then it stuck around and I saw it several more times after that. But has a strong resemblance to the black-crowned night heron, which is much more common in Massachusetts. But for this one, we're at the northern end of the range, so they're a little more hit or miss. But that was a nice one to see. Okay, the next bird to show you is least bittern. This is one I saw at Plum Island. It's actually already on the list from the last video, but in that case, the video and the pictures that I took were quite bad because of the great distance to the bird. And so I have kind of this Hall of Shame list of birds that are on the list, but I photographed very poorly. And it's nice to take least bittern off of that list because this video is obviously much better. Nice looking bird. It's a little unusual to see a least bittern out in the open like this, so that was great. And it was kind of stalking along for some food here, and very enjoyable to watch it out in the open and not kind of buried in the reeds. So having taken one bird off of my Hall of Shame list, I have to put another one onto the list. And this is a really good bird. This is a Ruff, which is a European shorebird. So this is a vagrant to North America. So not just rare in Massachusetts, but rare in, the whole continent. So this was an ABA area lifer for me. And it was again from Plum Island. This was viewed from the observation tower that looks down on Stage Island Pool. And just a great long distance to the bird, unfortunately. So the looks that I got were long. I mean, it was walking around in the open for a good 15 minutes while I watched it. So I had plenty of chances to study the bird, but it's just too far away to get anything good. The name Ruff comes from this ruff of feathers that the male has in breeding plumage around the neck, which looks kind of almost ridiculous if you look that up in a field guide. This is a male and it has just a little bit of that ruff left, but it's not fluffed out at all. So it kind of just looks like a dark patch around the neck. So Plum Island again delivers another great bird for the list. And of course, I would have loved to have gotten better photographs of it, but that's the way it goes sometimes, but I'll take it. Okay, next up is Acadian flycatcher. This is a bird that I saw last year when it showed up in the Middlesex Fells Reservation, which is quite close to my house. And this was just after I started the channel, basically. So I was pretty excited about that. And I went out and I made a whole short video just about seeing that Acadian flycatcher last year. Well, it showed up again in the same location this year. Since it's the exact same location and since it's very unusual in the area, it's almost certainly the same bird. So that was nice and kind of a deja vu thing. I went back out, got lost on the same trails that I got lost on last year, and got the same kind of footage that I got last year of this bird. So this is one of those flycatchers that can be difficult to separate from its relatives. The willow flycatcher and the alder flycatcher and the Acadian flycatcher all look pretty similar, but this one was calling its pizza call over and over again, so no doubt about the ID on this one. I'm happy this bird showed up again, and I hope it finds a mate and is able to actually breed in that location. That would actually be really cool because it'll be kind of an expansion of its range a little farther north than it normally breeds. And then next up after that is Grasshopper Sparrow, a bird which is breeding at a location about an hour from my house, and went out to look for that one. And for this one, I actually filmed myself while I was there, so I have a little on-site footage for that one. So let's see how that went. Hi everyone, I've come to the Bolton Flats Wildlife Management Area, which is about an hour west of Boston. This is a really big area, and I'm specifically at a place called the Pine Hill Grasslands, which is just this open area here with low scrubby grass and then trees along the side and a gravel road running down the middle. I've come here for one target species primarily, which is Grasshopper Sparrow. And having gotten here, I'm realizing there's all sorts of great birds around. Hearing all sorts of neat stuff, lots of Grasshopper Sparrows, which I've already photographed. I've been here for about half an hour and I am heading out of here as fast as I can right now because the mosquitoes here are absolutely atrocious. I'm just getting eaten alive, and rookie move, I didn't bring any insect repellent. I thought I had some in the car, but I don't. And so I'm just literally being driven out of here by mosquitoes. But the good news is that I got some nice footage of Grasshopper Sparrows, had them perched up singing. I'm hearing them as we walk along here all around. There's got to be more than a dozen of them around, which is really nice. They're a declining species in Massachusetts, as are many grassland birds, because we just don't have as much open grassland as we used to. But this is a reliable spot, and I've got them for the list. And I'm looking forward to coming out here, being better prepared for the insects sometime in the future. But for now, I'm going to head back to my car and go do some birding somewhere else. Okay, so lesson learned, and I now have a big can of Deep Woods Off in my car. So I just filmed a family of piping plover, including a couple of chicks, and they are really cute. They just look like little balls of fluff with legs running around. So show you a little footage of that. The mother is nestling down in the sand. I don't know if she's on eggs or she's just keeping a low profile there, but you can see at the end of the video, one of the chicks actually comes up and goes underneath the mother to stay warm and feel protected, so that's kind of cute. Okay, so just two more birds to show in this video, and they are both from Horn Pond. First one of those is ruby-throated hummingbird. Saw this one perched up on a little stick right over the path and was able to get some decent footage of it. I always like to get footage of a hummingbird that's not coming to a feeder. Hummingbird feeders are great and give you a great opportunity for photography, but they tend to be kind of tacky plastic things that don't look so great in the background. So nice to see this little guy all by himself up on this stick. And the last new bird for this video, also from Horn Pond, is this orchard oriole. So this is a first-year male orchard oriole. The males are brick red with black wings once they're mature, but this is a first-year bird, so it's yellow and has the black throat. All right, so we've added several new birds to the list, and I'm pretty much caught up now, which kind of feels good. Although that does mean I need to see more birds before I can make more videos, but I don't like to feel like what I've seen is behind what I've shown you. So we're caught up now. I think I'm around 217 or so, and I'll keep plugging away at it. We got almost half a year to go, so I think I'm on a good pace here, so we'll see. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.